How is there a new example for bridging India's digital divide? What did Kerala do to become the first digitally literate state, and how it has set an example for not just India but for world to follow? A small village project became a model for the entire state of Kerala, and that's what led to Kerala becoming the first digitally literate state. And the Digi Kerala initiative is not just about computers or just smartphones, but it is rather about empowering citizens through actual means which can help in their daily lives. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajaram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and today we are going to understand that what did actually Kerala do to achieve this milestone of becoming the first digitally literate state of our country. We are going to understand each and every bit in detail. So let us begin with understanding this milestone itself. When we are talking about digital literacy, that means we are talking about citizens being able to use the digital tools with awareness and practicality as well. So Kerala in this very scenario adopted a bottom-up approach where they started with only one small village project. We are talking about Digi Pulampara project of 2021. It was only Pulampara Panchayat which was aiming to get digital literacy in the year of 2021. And this bottom to top approach worked not just in this particular panchayat, rather it was used as a model which helped the whole of the state to get this particular feat. Now the whole focus in terms of digital literacy was also specifically on smartphones, not on computer literacy, because smartphones is something that is available with everybody, no matter the urban or rural area, and that also gives a more practicable and accessible use of digital understanding to people, especially in this specific state. When we talk about this program which led to this accomplishment, we have to understand that this model was scaled up from the Pulampara Panchayat and it went to all the panchayats in the state. And it is very similar to total literacy campaign that was in Kerala about mass education that we had seen in the 1990s. So how Kerala did a huge push in terms of mass education in 1990s on the very similar pattern where the focus was on panchayats, on replicating the model that we saw in Pulampara that was executed. और यही मॉडल जो है केरला के लिए तब भी सक्सेसफुल हुआ था और इस बार भी सक्सेसफुल हुआ है. So the very model became successful back in 1990s and it stands successful as well as today. So when we are talking about the training in this program, it focused on clear important things such as essential, which are important, which are daily life, digital skills, something people that they will use in regularity, be it using the phone for calling, using the social media, using the phone for online transactions as well. Now the next question that comes in is the fact that who were the main key components or who were the key pillars of this particular program. So when we are talking about the key pillars, this program was executed through a force of volunteers who were trained. And when we are talking about volunteers, we had students that were basically NSS units of schools and colleges. Then we also have Kudumshri Women's Collective members. Furthermore, we have SC/ST promoters and Library Council members as well. Now these were the volunteers and these volunteers were used to provide training. Now let us look into who were the people who were trained by these volunteers. So when we are talking about the trainees, we have to understand that more than 21 lakh people were digitally illiterate. That means they did not have the understanding of basic digital tools even on the smartphone. So if we divide this category, we get to see that there was somewhat around 8 lakhs present in the bracket of 60 to 75, then 1.35 lakhs 76 to 90 and almost 15,000 people above 90 years. If we are talking about gender wise, 13 lakh women and 8 lakh men, and we also get to see 1644 transgender people as well, as if we are categorizing based on gender. Now, these digitally illiterate people were the ones who were trained for digital literacy. And how do we know that they were trained? And if they are the ones who have attained the digital literacy, that was done through a survey. Now, how did we understand the success? We understood the success by a survey which covered 1.51 crore people across the 83.45 lakh households in the whole nation. So, here the survey covered the whole nation and it identified 21.88 lakh digitally illiterate people. In this number itself, from this number, 21.87 lakh people, they were trained, and then they were given an evaluation and they passed that evaluation with nearly 100% success rate. Now, this survey is the key mark which shows the digital literacy of Kerala itself. Now, furthermore, in this very survey, we also found about the Pulampara pilot project. In that, we got to see 96% pass rate, and it was the first fully digital panchayat of our nation that we got the tag in 2022. And from this very initiative, 2.57 lakh master trainers were prepared so that the statewide training can commence, they can be the focal point of the training that will take place. Now, Kerala has gone a step ahead, but this is not where they are going to stop. They are on a way forward where they clearly know what is the next step that lies for the state. When we are talking about the next step, it is going to focus on advanced skills as well as safety when we are talking about usage of digital tools. That means the focus areas will be about cyber security awareness so that the citizens can be aware of all sorts of frauds and scams and protect themselves. Fake news detection, because that is another problem that we are facing in terms of digital tools. Digital media literacy would be the new focal point, and then the e-governance access, that the citizens are able to use the digital tools so that they are able to use the government services. The whole goal lies here is the empowerment of citizens so that they can confidently be part of the new digital world. And another key USP of this particular Digi Kerala program has been the fact of usage of smartphones instead of computers. Now, let us get into that as well, that why smartphone was focused on. Smartphone is something that is available with everybody. We have discussed that. That means it is accessible, but at the same time, we find that it is an affordable mean as well, especially as compared to the computer, and it is owned by families, which we are talking about in terms of accessibility. Furthermore, if we talk about the skills, there were a wide range of skills, digital tools that a citizen needs to use on the smartphone itself, which were not available to them till this skill training took place. So, this was a very wise decision at the end of the state government itself when they decided to use smartphone, because it assured faster bridging of the digital divide and it directly aligned with Kerala's fiber optical network, which was a vision for universal internet access in the given state. Now, this is a model which can be followed across our nation and should set example for the globe as well. That was all from my side. Thank you so much.